What if we took all the dust on Earth, the ice from our homes, our cities, and even the air, and put it into one single pile? At first, this sounds harmless. Dust is light. Dust is annoying. How bad could it really be? Dust comes from almost everything: tiny fragments of rock, soil lifted by wind, wear from roads and buildings, ash from volcanoes, even microscopic particles from space. Most of it is invisible until you stop cleaning for a while. Now imagine that somehow every single dust particle on Earth is pulled into one place, no dust left anywhere else, just one massive pile. The first thing to consider is mass. Even though dust feels light, when you add all of it together, the total mass becomes enormous by human standards. But compared to planets, it's still tiny. Next to a mountain, the pile looks impressive. Next to the moon, it looks ridiculous. This is an important theme here. Big for humans does not mean big for physics. Dust is extremely low density. Most of its volume is just air. That means the pile would be fluffy, unstable, and easy to compress. You wouldn't get a solid mountain, and you'd get a collapsing mess. Because it's so fluffy, the pile could cover entire cities, buildings disappear, streets vanish. The pile spreads outward rather than upward. At the bottom of the pile, things change. The weight above creates pressure, dust grains are squeezed together, air is forced out. Anything underneath gets crushed. That pressure also makes the pile unstable. Slopes collapse, dust avalanches slide downward. The pile is constantly reshaping itself. Standing nearby would be extremely dangerous. Fine dust doesn't just sit still, it gets into the air, into lungs, into everything. Breathing becomes difficult, and long term exposure becomes a serious health risk. As the pile compresses, organic material inside can slowly heat up. In the right conditions, parts of the pile could even ignite. Yes, a dust pile can catch fire. So does this pile become a mini planet? Number, its mass is far too small. Gravity's negligible. It never pulls itself into a sphere. Drop an object near the pile, and nothing interesting happens. The dust doesn't pull, it doesn't orbit, it just sits there. Physics is unimpressed. If this pile forms near a city, the damage is immediate. Roads are blocked, power systems fail, water and sewage stop working. Recovery would take years. Farms don't survive this well. Crops are buried, soil quality collapses, pipes clog with fine particles, food production drops fast. On a larger scale, dust affects sunlight. Some light is reflected back into space. Some is absorbed and turned into heat. Local climate patterns shift. Over millions of years, the bottom of the pile slowly hardens. Layers form. Dust becomes sedimentary rock. Still not a planet, just geology. Could we just vacuum it up? Not really. Machines break. Energy costs explode. You spend more resources than you recover. The real solution is boring, but effective. Filters, plants, protected soil, keeping dust from forming in the first place. So, yes, the idea looks funny: a single giant dust pile, one place, one mess. But the consequences are very real.